Hello everybody. To the few people who are watching this video, I don't know how many of you are actually going to be watching this, but yeah, we're going to get straight down to it. My first impressions of this Call of Duty game, or beta or whatever, is not too good. There's a lot of things I didn't like about this game, but I guess we might as well get the positive things out of the way first, even though they're very minimal at best. I'd say the first thing that I liked about the beta was the map design for me, and the cosmetics of the map. Which, by the way, the maps to me look beautiful. I'd say that they did a really good job, like making the maps look good. And the pros and cons for the weapons was actually a plus from how it was in Modern Warfare and Cold War. I felt like the pros and cons system was a step up from how it was in those two previous Call of Duty games. But that's really all the positive things that I could say about this game. There's not really many things that I liked about this game. Nothing that really made me very excited for it, especially with SBMM being the way it is. But I guess it's time we start talking about things that we did not like about this game, or that I didn't like about this game. Whatever, Blake. My friend Blake is here, so whatever.
Yeah, I'll be giving my little input. Some of the things I didn't like are, I feel like they did really good on the maps, like you said, but it's just graphically, when you're playing on the Xbox One console like we were, it just didn't play out to what our desires wanted to. It was made for PC, it was made for the
Next
new-gen
gen.
consoles, and, it just didn't work for us, and
I mean,
it's just how it goes,
I mean, me and him though. Me and him, we were both playing on the original Xbox One. So yeah, let's just say that a console that is over 7 years old, 8 years old. I got mine in 2014. I don't know when Blake got his, but our consoles are pretty old and outdated. So yeah, we had a rough time with this beta. We were lagging insanely bad, like a lot
It was
worse.
constant.
Yes.
Constant lagging.
Like a lot worse than how it is for like insert your favorite YouTuber or streamer. It was terrible, terrible on original Xbox One. Which I don't know how this would hold up on original PS4, but I would imagine it's probably just as bad. Like we said, this game was specifically designed for next gen, even though they're offering it for the previous gen. It's kind of sad that they're trying to cross-play all that together, because it just doesn't work. Like if you're playing on last gen, there's no point. In fact, I would go out on a limb that there's no point in playing on this game unless you're playing on a PC with a controller, because obviously, well, in my opinion, the aim assist in this game it's very, very strong. It's been strong since, well, it's been strong for a while.
BO4, right?
BO4, yeah. Like, it's very strong in this game, and despite PC players having the whole arm to aim with, I just feel like the aim assist just gives like very bad players too much of an edge, and God forbid, someone who's really trying really hard to nuke you, like we got nuked earlier. Remember?
Oh, look at me go.
What? What happened?
It just spawned and I died.
Oh, look at me. We're losing. Wait, say what? So there is V2s in this game? Does it end the game too? Okay.
Yeah, it ended the game.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, we spawned in late, and
Yeah.
we literally just spawned into the game, and then
Enemy V2 inbounds.
like,
Yeah. That was funny.
it's just, you can't say anything about that. You just
Yeah, no, we suck. We got V2'd by the best player in the world, bro.
Yep, he was camping 38-0, whatever gun he was using.
What a beast, I
He
know.
was having fun. Yeah, he was having fun.
Yeah, destroying our team because their
But I
team
wanna
had
speak
complete
more-
noobs.
Yeah, I want to speak more about the PC situation. because we were talking, and we literally had games that we literally played against the hacker in a
Oh
freaking beta.
yes, yes. I
Like,
mean, I'm
the,
pretty
the, they literally said that they were gonna have a brand new
anti-cheat.
anti-cheat,
Yes.
and where was it? Where was it? You know, the things that they're telling us, they're just not implementing, and it's very, very sad to see for this franchise, and you know what they're gonna do in the future if Warzone doesn't go its way.
Yeah, they don't. In my opinion, they don't have a good anti-cheat for these cheaters. They just don't. And the blame is on Activision because obviously, you know, if they want to invest more money into the anti-cheat, they totally could do that if they wanted to. But they like their
Have the
money.
money.
They like
They have the
like their
money.
money. Like you see these two fat bastards on my screen right now. These people do not care about anything but money. That's why skill-based matchmaking is still in the game. Which
Oh yeah.
I mean, we could talk about.
Blaine Truth would say they'll go buy them $40 purple dildo guns, anime dildo guns, and just keep playing it because they just don't care.
Yeah, I
They just
know.
want to keep playing because it's a brand new car. They don't care.
Yeah, I know. They keep the game alive. Which we could go on and on about the skill-based matchmaking. That's been a problem for years now, and I'm not sure there's any point of like discussing skill-based matchmaking anymore. Everything that's been said about it. There's nothing new that can be added to it besides the fact that they really need to get rid of it because it's not, in my personal opinion, it's just not fun like playing against people who are sweating all the time or trying so hard to win or kill you in a video game, and that's without us lagging all the time like we were on Xbox One. It's a very rough experience, and yeah, we can't do any. I mean, I know I couldn't do anything for the most part,
I
especially when I'm
mean,
lagging so hard.
yeah. When you're getting jump shotted by these PC guys who have $4,000 game
Not even
PCs, and
PC,
you're,
like just jump shot in
you know,
general. But
I mean, yeah, just jump shotting, slide canceling in general. It was just very, very sweaty, and it's just not a very casual gaming experience at all.
yeah, like whenever you're playing the game, it's another Call of Duty in another year where you feel like you got to use the same weapons as everybody else, which everybody was using, SCGs, the MP40,
The
like you said.
MP40, yeah.
Or in most cases, when for all the new players that were just getting on who had just downloaded the beta, they were all using Thompsons for some reason. Thompsons and SCG because SCG is off there from the very beginning. But let's talk about this for an instance. The perks. I don't know who designed the perks in this game, but most of them don't even have a use really. Most of them are not useful whatsoever. Like for us, like especially since like Ghost is like one of your starting perks. Like to me, in my opinion, I've always thought that Ghost should be something that should be earned later on into the game's life cycle, or not life cycle, but as you're leveling up. Like I don't mind Ghost being like at level 30. Or at the very like end of like your prestige or whatever, but like from the very beginning, it's just way too easy. Like there's really no point in running UAVs because everyone starts off with Ghost in the first place, and there's even if you do level up, there's like none of these perks like have really like a good use to them, especially since
It just implements camping. I mean, that's
yeah.
what the Ghost perk is. I mean, when you're a new player into the game and you get that perk right off the bat, it's just gonna, their playstyle is just gonna completely change. I mean,
And now I mentioned they're safe
when I
from
was
the
playing these maps, like there was only one map that people were really rushing on, and it's just hard to do that.
and it's also sad to me that Ghost actually protects you from like the first streak, that intel thing or whatever. Like I think that's just a bit that's a bit too overpowered in my opinion. And honestly, I think Treyarch has always gotten this right. You have to move around in order for the Ghost to actually work. That's what I believe. You shouldn't be able to just sit in one spot and it just work all game. It just doesn't make sense to me. But as I was saying before, like there's no reason to use any other perks besides what you're basically given from the very beginning almost, especially with Ghost. Like the thing that I did, like I understand what they were trying to go for. Like say for example, like with fortifications and the tech mass perk or whatever. Like they have them both in the same like the blue slot, the first priority slot or whatever. Like I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to make it to where people couldn't just be overpowered, but I just feel like it kind of puts you in between a rock and a hard place because, like, say for example, it's like, especially since, like, eventually they're going to get around to making shipment 1946 or whatever, because that's guaranteed. They're going to bring shipment back again for like another year.
Oh, it's confirmed.
It's
It's
confirmed.
confirmed that shipment is coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going to be bringing shipment back, and yeah, either you're going to have to choose between fortifications and the attack mass perk. And either ways, if you run Flat Jacket, you're just going to get stunned and shot to death, or you're going to run the stun perk and then just get blown up. So it's like you can't. Like I said, I get what they were trying to do. They were trying.
It's too many big perks in one slot.
They were trying to.
It's
They were trying to make balance, but at the same time, there's really no use to like the way that they have these perks right now. There's no use to them. Like especially like in my opinion, the fortifications should have had the attack mass thing with that already. I don't know if that's how it was in Cold War because I never really played Cold War past the beta, but yeah, it just doesn't really make any sense to me how they would separate the two other than just to create some sort of balance. But then again, like I said, there's really no point in running any of these perks, especially when you get Ghost from Revenge, especially since like grenades take so long to even be thrown. Grenades take so long to like blow up in this game for some reason. Like it's just bizarre, and especially whenever you're trying to throw a grenade and your character does an animation before they actually throw the grenade. Like it takes like a solid maybe like a solid second and a half before your character actually throws the grenade once you pull the pin, which you know makes kind of makes fortifications obsolete in my opinion because there's so much time to like avoid an explosive anyways. But who knows? I didn't get a chance to use the satchel charge in this game, so maybe it's useful for that. But yeah, I mean, unless you're playing on a small map, there's no point in using anything besides Ghost, and there's no point in using anything besides Radar or Double Time. Like, because all these other perks that we saw, they're useless. They're like, there's no use to them whatsoever. Like, they don't improve your chances whatsoever winning it, or winning or killing it. And even if they did, SBMM is just going to make it to where we die after getting one kill every time we get an encounter anyways. So it's like, what's the point of running all these perks unless you're trying to get into some MLG sort of stuff and yeah, play against other pro players.
the way this, yeah, I mean the way this game felt when we were playing, it literally felt we were playing League play
Yes.
the whole time.
I mean
Other
that's
than like a couple games here and there, but
yeah.
and hopefully they implement that. So hopefully the skill-based matchmaking isn't as bad as it was, but from the beta, I mean, nothing has changed.
I was
It's
about
still like Cold War, still like Modern Warfare.
yeah,
It's gonna be a whole nother year.
and both of those games had league play and skill-based matchmaking together. So I highly doubt like that they're actually going to do anything about SBMM, even if they add league play. Like basically, all that league play, all that they're going to offer in league play is just like a shiny badge, maybe some titles or emblems, maybe some weapon skins or cosmetics for your character model, or whatever. But there's like, in my opinion, there's not really a incentive to actually play league play, especially since you can just play regular SBMM lobbies and feel like you're playing league play anyways.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, trust me, we felt it today.
Yeah. And then I guess
Going back on the pros and cons list, I wanted to bring up. I do think that they brought some cool, I would say ideas, but it's just the same things like over and over and over. I truly think that they need to revamp for the next COD and just rethink their whole process because I feel like I was playing a whole nother Modern Warfare engine game, and I don't want to do that for a whole nother year. They're losing me. They lost me on the beta. I'm definitely not going to be spending my $60 for this terrible game. I will be rather spending it on a good game on Battlefield 2042.
Hopefully that game is good. We don't know that yet. We'll play the beta and we'll make a video on that too once it does come out. But yeah, the first step in improving the next Call of Duty game, which I already know they're not going to get rid of skill-based matchmaking in this game. It's here to stay, and it probably, I honestly, the way it seems right now, I don't think they're ever going to get rid of skill-based matchmaking. But if they want to make Call of Duty like actually worth playing again or worth paying $60 again, then the first step is to remove skill-based matchmaking from the Call of Duty game.
I agree.
I mean, and
they're losing too many casual players.
Yeah, and everyone wants to be like the best #1 player, and it's like, what? Like, there's no variety to our games whatsoever. Like we said earlier, everyone's using the same weapons, everyone's jump shotting. I mean, what can you do? Especially when you're lagging like we were. There's nothing that you can honestly do. I mean, sure, you kill some people every once in a while, you win some gunfights, but it just doesn't work out, man. It just doesn't work out. Especially, you know.
And coming from us, because I would say we're decent players, and you know, when we're playing this, and it's literally impossible to.
Yeah, we're getting slapped. We're
and,
getting slapped
you know,
on this game, bro.
We're getting slapped.
Yeah.
We're getting slapped.
Which is
it's
a
It's
shame.
just impossible.
I mean, maybe we would have different experiences if we were maybe playing on PC or next-gen console, but that shit's hard as find, bro. And I wish I knew how to build a PC, but I don't. But even if I did, my internet's garbage, so I don't even bother. Whatever, I'm getting off topic, but yeah. Maybe our experiences would have been different if we had, like, better hardware, software, or whatever, but we don't. And based on the old stuff that we're using, the game wasn't looking too good, but let's talk about another thing, too, the visuals of this game, too. Like, we didn't mention that, people are really hard to see in this game. Yeah, people are really hard to see in this game. Like, when you're shooting at people, the only thing that you can really see are people's name tags. And, yeah, you're basically shooting at the red enemy tag. But, of course, you know, if, sorry, I lost my train of thought, but, yeah, like...
Basically, you're just shooting at the tag. You're not shooting at the actual character. And I want to talk on that too,
right.
Because they didn't bring any variety on the characters. It felt like we were all the same characters. They didn't extinguish like that. Oh, that's the enemy team, or that's my friendly teammate. Like,
other than
they need to bring that up. They need a tune on that.
Yeah, other than like the the name tags being red or blue, or whatever colorblind assist makes the name tags change color to or whatever, but yeah, they're not going to change that, Blade. Like, specialists are at least going to be here for another year. I don't know. I don't know if they'll. I'm almost positive, based on like the current political climate that is happening right now, they're going to be making more specialists over and over again. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious because everybody wants to be represented nowadays. Everybody wants to feel like they have a participation trophy in their video games. Everyone wants to feel like they can relate to the character that they're playing in the game. But for me, I can't relate to nobody in here. I really can't, because none of these people are, like, they're not even like. We could go on and on about how this game is very unrealistic to a World War II setting. But to me, this is not really a World War II video game. This is a video game in the style of World War II, basically, if that makes any sense. Like,
it is a World War II revamp on a Warfare 19 engine. That is exactly what it is.
Yeah,
and they're gonna make billions off of it.
Yep, and billions more when they ship all that money to offshore bank accounts that can't be taxed by the United States government, which is wonderful. But like I said, we should talk more about that in another video. Totally unrelated to this game. Let's talk about the last time that we actually had defined teams too, like define like enemy teams and friendly teams.
Oh yes.
We've had specialists for like the last 4 or 5 years on these Call of Duty games, bro. And that's something that is getting so old to me too. Like, I'm tired of like looking at enemies and then looking at my teammates and not being able to tell the difference other than like different colored gamer tags above their heads. Like, it's getting pretty old, but at the same time, under the political climate that we have right now, they're totally going to keep specialists around. The current political climate is always going to make them put out very interesting character models, and literally everyone's going to be choosing those interesting character models. There's not going to be defined teams whatsoever.
I mean, just speaking on it, I mean, Modern Warfare 19, I mean, all the operators, they literally have like over 50 operators.
Yeah, between...
They all just want their own special kind of connection towards into the game. Like,
yeah.
They're all trying to characterize
all different races too.
themselves
All different
through the
races. All different races too.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be represented, like we mentioned earlier, which is just a damn shame because at the end of the day, I can't. Honestly, I don't play a video game to relate to anybody, bro. Whenever I play a game, I literally play it just, you know, just to try to relax, just to try to enjoy myself. I don't play the game just so I can step in the shoes of somebody that looks like me, you know? I just think it's stupid, but like I said, in the current political climate, they're always going to be creating, you know, these weird specialist characters, and yeah, I don't think we're ever going to really get defined teams. Damn, we really went on about that teams thing, didn't we? As if that's honestly a big issue.
Yeah.
It's really not that big of a problem, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. It's not like it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me if skill-based matchmaking wasn't in this game and all these other problems weren't in this game. But definitely just tired of the old. And I'm not. Do you think we talked about everything that there needs to be talked about for the beta?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, we did our both opinions on it, and I mean, personally, I just don't like the game, and I won't be buying it.
It's not worth $60. If you guys want to play this game for like zombies could be interesting because, you know, it's being designed by Treyarch again. Zombies might be interesting, but I wouldn't play this game. I would stick with Warzone if you're already used to playing skill-based matchmaking lobbies anyways. Like, literally, there's no point in playing this game and buying this game and playing Warzone. Just stick with Warzone. Don't even bother like buying this game, in my opinion. Like, there's very few things that I liked about this game that I felt was positive, and yeah, I think I only spent like a minute talking about what I actually liked about this game, and the other 20 or so minutes is just me talking all kinds of insane crap about this game. Actually, no, we're not going to call it that. We're going to call it constructive criticism because I know how dingleberries are nowadays. I know you're watching this video, you dingleberries. Don't get offended by the truth. But yeah, just stick with Warzone.
So I just wanna.
Just stick with Warzone.
Stick with Warzone.
Don't pay $60, and if you really want to buy the game for zombies, I'd say wait and buy it whenever when it goes on sale. Because let's be real, it's gonna be like Cold War. This game isn't gonna be $60 for long, in my opinion. This game is probably gonna drop down to $40 by the end of the year, within the first 2 months of its being released, because I don't see this game doing very good as far as sales are concerned. The campaign might be good, which, you know, the campaign trailer actually did look phenomenal despite, you know, all the historical inaccuracies that were with the campaign trailer, but on its own, the campaign trailer looked pretty damn good. And yeah, if you're going to be buying this game, like I said, just wait later for the game to be on sale, and just stick with the Zombies campaign in Warzone, really. Either ways, if you're going to be buying this game, don't pay its full price. You're just going to be disappointed, and you're going to be hating yourself afterwards. That is if, you know, if you want to enjoy yourself, which, you know, I don't know many people out there who actually enjoy a Call of Duty game nowadays. They literally play it just to be playing it. That's how it seems to me anyways. It's pretty sad, but, you know, I guess that's why they keep putting out this crap content, you know? They don't even have to try anymore. And maybe, just maybe, when the game does release, maybe they'll implement a good anti-cheat for all these cheaters that we've encountered in the beta. But honestly, I have very low hope for anti-cheat. I just don't see it doing anything as far as cheaters are concerned, and I honestly don't see I don't see it being like a deal breaker for me when it comes to like whether or not we should buy this game again or not if they kick all the cheaters out, you know, because skill-based matchmaking and all these other issues. But yeah, I think we've talked about everything that needs to be talked about. Any last words, Blake?
No, I just want to thank you for letting me express my opinion. You know, this COD is just gonna be a waste of money for me if I did buy it, but it is highly 90 something% I won't.
And by the way, I just want to
But
go in and apologize in advance. I'm sorry that this video is going to be in 720p 60 FPS. I just don't want to spend the next week and a half uploading this video because my internet's that slow. All right, we're almost 30 minutes into like this, you know, critique of the game, and yeah, if I upload this video at 1080 60, bro, my laptop is going to be on for over 100 hours guaranteed. So yeah, I'm sorry for in advance. Even though most of you probably ain't going to reach this point in the video. In fact, probably most of you are probably ain't even going to get this. Probably ain't even going to get past the first 5 minutes of the game of this video. So, but anyways, if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. I don't got nothing else to say. Blake doesn't got nothing else to say. Maybe there's some things that we missed. Maybe not. I really don't know. After all, everyone has their opinion on the matter, and everyone is different, I guess. So I guess the only thing I can say now is hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit a dislike if you have a small little winky, because you know you're just that hateful, I guess. And
Yep, hated our voices.
yes, yeah, I know you hate our voices because they're so manly. It reminds you of how pathetic you are, right? Yeah, woohoo! All this positive reinforcement for myself, for me and my ego. Yes, I got a big ego. I gotta keep that.
Feels so good.
I gotta keep my ego in check, so you know I don't start doubting myself. You know what I'm saying, yo? But anyways, go and subscribe to the channel too, if you don't mind. Not sure if this video will do very well. Probably won't, but hey-oh, I'm Mr. Negative. I know. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. Yeah, I would really appreciate it if you do. And feel free to keep watching more of my videos. And remember one thing, y'all. Don't buy this game.